Good morning, everyone. It is 4 days before my bottom surgery. First thing I want to talk about today is that I was not forcefully, but sternly woken up by my body at 6 in the morning and had to go to the bathroom as expected from all the laxatives they have me taking. Very fortunately, it was not explosive. It felt like just less solid, but without feeling runny. So I think, knock on wood, I think this is going to be like manageable, which is good because I got stuff to do tomorrow. Specifically, I have to get a PCR test about an hour and a half away from here, at least by public transit. Which it has to be public transit because my roommate is driving my ex with my car to her dentist. So my car is not available that day. And my girlfriend has work. So it's either going to be public transit or an Uber, and it's going to be public transit. I live in New York City, come on. So I need to get up and take more laxatives because I'm just having so much fun with them that I want to just resubscribe once again. Then I need to take a shower and put on more of the topical steroids to treat my hives from poison ivy. They've changed colors. They're turning more of a brownish red now, which is normally what happens when I use topical steroids to treat skin problems like this. So it means there's progress being made. Like it's doing something. I'm starting to see more white in the middle of all those red spots. So like it's getting less irritated, it seems like. So that's good. I don't think it's going to be completely gone by the time I'm in the hospital. And I think that I'm just going to have to live with that. I have no idea if I need to bring it with me to the hospital to continue treatment, or if they'll just provide me with it there. I have no idea. I'm going to bring it anyway, obviously, because I want to be safe about this. But like, it's stuff like that they don't tell you. They don't tell you what you are or are not allowed to bring to the hospital. And they were like, oh yeah, pack light, and I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean, pack light? Do I need clothes? Am I going to be allowed to wear clothes? Am I going to be in a hospital gown the whole time? Like, I assume I need my toothbrush, like, and in my case, I have an allergy to a lot of different soaps. So like, there's a part in the like timeline they give you of like, oh yeah, on day 4, you'll shower. And I'm like, so I need to bring soap. That's not packing light, is it? And in my case, I really do need to bring it because like I clarify with them. I'm like, do you provide soap? And they're like, well, yeah. I'm like, is it soap that I'm not allergic to? And they're like, that is in your chart. And I'm like, yeah. Go ahead, bring your own. Oh, yeah, sure, thanks. Let me just bring all my soaps. So, I'm going to do that, obviously, because I don't want to get more skin irritation while this is all happening. Okay, it's time to get up and get on with my day. And hopefully my voice will get better as I progress through the day. Being off my allergy meds sucks. Okay, so all of that's done. I'm super clean. I've talked with my ex about what we're going to do today and everything. I have some cooking to do. I volunteered to cook for her because I have some extra ingredients and no desire to make them into what I would make them into, but she needs food because she just got back from Europe. And I'm like, yeah, sure, screw it, I'll cook for you. Serves both of my purposes. Like, I have all this anxious energy and all these ingredients that I'm not going to use. So yeah, go for it. The shower felt really good on my leg. The hot water just, which means I probably shouldn't have done it. It's turning purple and brown, which is, again, a good sign for me. I think we're progressing through this, which is good. I feel like all I'm doing right now is just killing time just, I want a nap. I need to nap at some point today because I definitely didn't sleep enough with getting up, woken up at 6 by my laxatives taking effect. And, there's definitely a need for more sleep here, especially coming into surgery. And I had this attitude for a long time of like, I'll sleep when I'm in recovery. I'm like, no, I need to not be already exhausted before I go in for surgery, for major surgery. So that's the plan. Gonna rest and play some games and cook a little bit. I have to go grocery shopping, and it's weird because it's literally the last time I'm gonna go grocery shopping before I have a vagina, which is a weird sentence, but like weird stuff like that has been hitting me this entire time of like, oh, this is the last time I buy, paper towels before I have a vagina. Oh, the next time I'm here, I'll have a vagina. Like, it hits in weird ways. My therapist's advice with this is to just work through those emotions, just allow myself to feel that stuff, which is easier said than done with me because I tend to like be more pragmatic and then decide whether I'm allowed to have emotions. My therapist calls it scheduling my emotions. And that's accurate. That's a very accurate way to put it. So yeah, gonna keep on moving with my day. Later today, I'm thinking I might repack my bag again for surgery, which I know is pointless because I can't leave my Switch and my iPad in there and all that. Like, I use those. I'm using them tonight, But I need to make sure everything fits and make sure I've got everything that I need and go over my packing list and everything. So, oh, and I had a few people ask me questions about why I'm taking laxatives to prepare for bottom surgery. And very basically, I'm going to be under anesthesia, taking opiates, and it's in the pelvic floor muscle region. So basically, I'm not allowed to strain when I go to the bathroom at all. And both anesthesia and oxy back you up. So that could be a recipe for disaster. So this is literally just to prevent that complication. And that's annoying, but they have a point. Someone else asked me why I need to go get a PCR test with them. And when I asked them, they said, yes, I could technically go somewhere else, but they strongly recommended, like almost in a threatening way, against me doing that because like we couldn't guarantee that we would accept that result and that it would be there in time. And honestly, a lot of places take like a week to get you PCR test results, and I need them in 3 days. They have a point. So that is why I'm going for an 1.5-hour commute to their place to get my PCR test done. I don't love it, but at this point, the way I feel about this, honestly, is that I don't really have any power of decision in this situation anymore. I've surrendered that to these people. It's their game. I just have to play it, Like, I'm just the pawn. I'm just the patient. I don't really make those kinds of decisions anymore about this, which really stresses me out because I wish I had more confidence in some of the people who are making those decisions. But I do trust my surgeon. So I'm trying to trust that flows downhill. Yeah, so I'm just along for the ride. I'm trying to treat it like a roller coaster, and I am a huge fan of roller coasters, so that's a very easy thing for me to latch onto. You get on that roller coaster, you don't know what's going to happen. There could be a breakdown, you could get injured, like you could derail, like anything could happen. And there's an amount of trust that goes into that. And especially on a new roller coaster, I don't know whether it's going to turn left or turn right or what's coming. And like, I can only see so far ahead, And I don't know, this metaphor works for me and I'll take it. Anything that works at this point, right? So I'm along for the ride. There it is. I'm going to play this game their way because it's not even my game, it's theirs. And I just have to hope that it all goes well and that I have a good time. I probably won't. I don't think I'll ride this roller coaster again. 0 out of 10. Maybe transportation is a better metaphor. because at least you get where you're trying to go. I don't know. Weird thoughts running through my head. And that's it. That's the last time I grocery shop before I have a vagina. It's a weird feeling. Really weird. I have to do some driving. I have to drive a friend back to Queens, which is going to take a while, especially since right now there's the 5-borough bike thing. I don't know. I don't go outside. I have to drive them home. My ex and her are shopping at Trader Joe's. I dropped them off and I have to go pick them up. Yeah. My day is very exciting. I'm so glad I decided to vlog all this. I have returned from dropping my friend off, and now it's time to put on more of my topical steroids to treat those silly hives on my leg. I find myself doing a lot of volunteering my time because I'm just looking for stuff to do, and I need to be careful with that because I don't want to like overcommit, you know? I'm just trying to distract myself continuously, and it's not a great plan. Oh, and since apparently TMI is what I do on this channel now, while I was stuck in traffic on the return trip from dropping my friend off, my stomach was like, hey. And in that like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse way of like, hey. And I'm like, no. We're gonna get home first. We're 20 minutes away. We're gonna make it. And I did, thank God. But so still not explosive, still not violent, just now. So they are working, which is good because I was a little afraid they weren't going to work because they are medically necessary for me to work. But it is uncomfortable feeling out of control of my body in so many ways, and I know that's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So, yep, here we are, along for the ride. All right, so it is midnight. It is time for me to take another round of laxatives. I've already put the topical steroids on my leg, so I'm good to go with that. And I get to get up tomorrow at 8 in the morning, do more laxatives, and then I have to be at an NYU testing facility for COVID PCR test at 1 o'clock. So knowing me, I'll be there at like 12:30. Yeah, maybe they'll let me go early. I've got nothing else on my agenda tomorrow. I definitely do need to go through the packing list. I didn't get a chance to today with all the stuff I had going on. But I do definitely need to do that. So I will do that tomorrow. I also planned on doing a bunch of chores on those 3 weekdays. Basically, my goal is to come home from the hospital and have everything clean as much as I can. Plus lessen the burden on, you know, my caregivers / roommates / ex / girlfriend. You know, not having to make them clean everything around the house for me. I also realized like 2 weeks ago, I was like, wait a minute, my bedroom doesn't need to just be clean. It needs to be ready for recovery, which is actually quite different. Like I need to have all the supplies I need laid out and everything. I need to like, I bought a, one of those chair pillows, you know, it's got like arms and stuff. And I need to put that on the bed, not just my regular pillows, because getting that out of my closet is going to be a pain. And my girlfriend is 9 inches shorter than me. She can't reach that without a step stool, and that's just asking for a lot. So stuff like that I need to have set up before I get home. And it's a different thing. And I can't fully know what my needs are going to be, but I can anticipate a little bit. So, okay, time to take meds and get ready for bed so that I can like sleep enough to function tomorrow. I definitely did not sleep enough tonight. I got, like I said, woken up at 6 in the morning, and I was supposed to nap this afternoon, and that just did not pan out. But I got a lot of errands done, necessary stuff. But sleep is also necessary, so I'm hoping tomorrow that I can find time for extra sleep too. All right, so I guess that's all for tonight. Good night, everybody, and I'll be back tomorrow as we continue to count down the days. Tomorrow, as of actually midnight, so it's going to be 3 days now, so whew, that is a very small number. Coming out from like when I had my consult, it was 18 months after I made the call, and it was 13 months after that I actually have surgery scheduled. So it's been a long wait. And to have that be down from 31 months to 3 days is just kind of surreal. And like, I know this is happening. I'm prepared and braced as much as I can be, but 3 days. In 3 days, I'll never have this problem again. That sounds made up. Even knowing how much progress I've made towards this goal and everything, and all the complexity going on with it, like, this is really happening. So anyway, time for me to go to bed. Good night, everybody.